Let me show you something. Let me show you something here. That's the airport. That's Hickory Regional Airport right there. God darn, it's cold there. Now, let me show you something. Look. That's the drone right up above the airport. Literally right above there. That's the airport right there. The drone is right above the airport, and they don't even recognize it. Are you serious? It's right there. It's literally above the airport. And there's the other one right there. I mean, of course, that one there, and then that one. Like I said, it's right above the freaking airport. That is the airport right there. God, this phone sucks for a camera. See, look, that's how bright it is, right there. It's directly above the airport. Do you think the airport's scrambling? No, the airport don't care. It's a government drone. Does it even show up as a government drone? And look, what I'll do is, when I get to where I'm going, you'll see the drone in the same place right above me, the same distance from me. It'll be like right now. It is actually moving with me. See? Out the window, you can still see it following me. See? I'm not going from it. It's literally right with me the whole time. I mean, and anybody's been with me any amount of time, you know this. You've seen it 1,000 times before. The guy that gets followed by drones. See, look, it's coming with me. I'm going to turn and watch. It's going to keep on going. Look. Now I'll reverse it. Look at this. See? Dead middle of the airport. See? It's literally coming with me sideways. See it? Notice no other star in the sky. The sun just went down. That's the drone. Now it's no longer over the airport. See, as it comes with me, it literally follows me, people. See, now watch. I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the hill. It is staying with me the whole time. How do I know where the drone's gonna be in the sky at all time? How do I know that? It's the same drones in the sky all the time, everywhere I go. See, I mean, it's literally following me down curves and everything else. Look, steady beside of me. See, isn't that ridiculous? Well, you ain't being followed. That's just the sky. The way the sky looks, it just makes you look like you're being followed. Now watch, I'll get down here on the road. You see my bright and shiny face. It got cold. It is cold in North Carolina right now. I have gotten absolutely squat done. What's up, Eric and Vito? I've gotten zero done today. I should have fixed my truck myself. I know I should have done it. I knew I should have done it when I took it to my buddies, because every time there's always an excuse where nothing gets done on my truck and it always costs more money. I should have just put the fuel pump in it myself. I could have done it in an hour's time. It would have been done. But as I told you before, my family's under attack. They hit my oldest daughter's car, fried the alternator on it. As soon as my truck goes in the shop, they hit they hit my Ranger first, then they hit my Bronco, now then they hit my oldest daughter's car. Why? Because I take responsibility for my daughter's vehicles that are broke. So my truck went in the shop. My daughter's alternator went out the other day while her boyfriend, bless his heart. Kids nowadays, generations below us, they do not have the mental capacity that, I mean, it's like after my generation, they all fell off. The alternator went out. I just got her a battery a couple of months ago, a good used battery. And it said, hey man, the car just died. What's wrong? I said, well, the alternator's probably bad. I said, take it to Advanced Auto Parts or O'Reilly's, whichever one, and tell them to get it tested. See if it's putting out. And they said the alternator wasn't putting out but like 10 volts. I said, 10? That's all? That ain't going to do it. I said, so I told my oldest daughter, you drive his car because you got farther to go to work. I said, he can drive your car because his work's like 2 miles from where they live. I said, drive to your work, put it on the battery charger at work, and then drive it straight home. And he's like, okay. Well, he calls me yesterday. Hey, man, I broke down. I said, you broke down at work? No, I left work and I went to go get, I had to go pick up your ex-wife, and I was going to bring her back to the house. I said, why are you out joyriding in a car where the battery's not charging? I don't know, man. I just thought I could make it. I said, dude, your alternator doesn't charge the battery. It maintains the charge, whatever the charge the battery has. It just maintains it. And it should be at about between 13 and 14 volts. He didn't get it. So he's like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. This is the same kid who paid $600. He got robbed by a by a mechanic shop near his house. Oh, I made the appointment, and they charged me $600 to put brakes on my daughter's car. I said, why would you spend $600 to do brakes when I can do it for $60? They put calipers on where it didn't. They put two new calipers on it. Calipers just don't go bad. In all the years of me building vehicles, building cars, I've had cars that were sitting in the woods. I had Volkswagens that I pulled out of the woods that had sit in the wood for 40 years and never had to put a caliper on them. The most I ever had to do is change a wheel cylinder. That's it. Never put a caliper on. So he's like, well, I broke down. I don't know what to do. I said, I guess I'll call my rollback buddy, get him to come get you, and then take and drop it off at the shop. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Can you come give me a ride? I said, no, dude, I can't come give you a ride. I don't even have a car to drive. So my buddy went and picked him up. That was $80 for the rollback because the kid wouldn't listen. Because I could have went over there and took a tow dolly and drug the car to the shop and saved the $80. But it was an emergency situation. I couldn't move right then because he didn't listen. So $80 for that, and then $310, $100 labor, and $210 for the alternator, which is a little pricey. The alternator is usually about $180, but every shop's going to make a markup. I wish I could have just done it myself, but she takes her car there, gets it. I get the car delivered there yesterday. So he pushes my truck out and fixes my daughter's car, which is okay with me. My daughter needs a car. She's got to have one for that baby. So that put me another 2 days behind. And I can't make money without a vehicle. I had people that wanted to buy floats today. I had people that want to buy some tile, and I couldn't go to where all the stuff was being stored at because I don't want to drive my truck because I was telling you about that. It sounds like the dang throwout bearing is going bad. That means they got to pull the transmission. $500 to pull a transmission and put it back in. I don't have it. But like always, being a targeted individual, I hit everything at one time. Let me show you something real quick. Where was the drone at a minute ago? Remember, it was way back there over the airport. Remember that? Now watch. See it? You see? Ain't that crazy? Right beside me. Literally going with me down the road. Is that not ridiculous? Leading the way. Anyway. I love it when people ride my ass. It's lovely. See, look at this. Gang stalkers behind me. Trying to bright light me. Look at that. Ain't that lovely? Gang stalkers. Never happens to you guys, does it? The unfortunate part for them, it doesn't bother me at all. Boop. I just move the mirrors up and don't worry about it. I'm not going to let anybody frazzle me because the road I'm on, if you speed, you'll get pulled over. If you don't speed, you'll get pulled over. So that's been a hassle today. So I didn't get anything done on that front because I didn't want to get out and drive my truck. I mean, that really sucks. Every time I get a little bit of money in my pocket, then gang stalkers find a way to mess my money up, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. What are you guys doing? What's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. I don't know if you guys have heard about the red heifers. It's a Bible prophecy that when Israel sacrifices the red heifers, then we are literally going into the 7-year tribulation. The red heifers have been delivered. And here's the deal, what people don't understand, the attack, the Hamas attack October 7th, is they went there to try to kill the heifers themselves. Right after that's when the attack in Texas happened, directed energy weapons, because that's where the 3 purebred red heifers came from, was from Texas. So Bible prophecy coming true as we speak, that we are in the end times. Jesus is going to come back within the next 7 years, and that is terrifying to me. It's terrifying. I am not ready. I just have a hard time loving people that are evil. I have a hard time loving people that are evil. And when I watch all this evil about cops and the communist state that we're in, America is no longer America. We're living under communist rule. People don't seem to realize directed energy weapons are real. It's ridiculous. Look at Chile. Chile is destroyed. Everywhere in China, South Korea, even North Korea. Their buildings are painted blue. All the tops of their buildings are blue. Why? Because they know. They know directed energy weapons can't phase. There's something about the frequency of the color blue that stops directed energy weapons. Let me get my pistol ready in case this idiot wants to be stupid. I'm going to get ready just in case. Ladies, always drive with your doors locked. Always. My daughter had a scary situation last week. She was calling me. She said, Dad, there's somebody beating on my door, and she's got that little baby in there. Oh my gosh, she's getting so big now. And she doesn't like guns. Neither one of my daughters like guns. And I'm like, honey, it doesn't matter about liking. The world has changed since you had a baby now. The world is different. You are responsible for the life of that baby. And we're not going to fight that hard, the fight that you put up. That kid was 1 pound and like 2 ounces. Why would we fight this hard to risk somebody coming inside and hurting you and hurting that baby? So I told her whether she likes it or not, she is going to be armed. So I'm going to get her and my other daughter, hopefully, if she chills out. And we're going to go and shoot. I'm probably going to let her use Tina's pistol. Tina's got a Smith & Wesson 38 revolver that doesn't have a trigger, doesn't have a hammer on it. You just pull the trigger and point. It's got a laser sight on it where, it points a little red dot. She's got a really good deal. We found it for like $300 and we paid $420 for it, and just the laser on it was like $300, and we got the whole gun and all for $420. So that was a steal. So I want my daughter to have that because, listen, if you're not a gun owner and you want to get into defending yourself, a semi-auto like a 9mm or a 45 is not the way you want to go, because you got to rack the chamber. First you got to knock the safety off. You got to rack the chamber. It's just too many steps in protecting yourself. So if you're not good with a firearm, get yourself and the reason for a hammerless revolver, especially the 38 Smith & Wesson, is it's easier to keep concealed. It's easier to keep in your purse. Hammers will get caught up in your purse and you won't be able to get it out like you need to. So you get one that doesn't have a hammer. All you do literally is flip one safety, point, and squeeze. And it's that easy. You squeeze it and you're ready to rock. So I told her time is over. This world is way too dangerous now. Like I told you guys about my trip to Salisbury the other day. They're cutting down trees everywhere in North Carolina, in Hickory, North Carolina, Cobb County. They're taking down thousands of acres of trees. Thousands. So BlackRock is buying up everything. Let me get you checked back in. There's the drone again. See it? Right there beside me. Still. It's always with me. Let's see Mr. Impatient here. These people are nuts, man. Always an impatient person, especially when you're a targeted individual. Oh, yeah, another thing that happened today. Went in there a little bit ago to get my hoodie, and I looked up on top. We'll keep all our coats on the rack over the window in Tina's room, and there was the lid to my glass cleaner way on top of it, and a sign to say, "Hey, we've been here," because nobody in our house would take the lid off the window cleaner and sit it on top of the shirts and the coats. Nobody's going to do that naturally unless they're giving you a sign to say, "Hey, we're here. We've been here." It's ridiculous. But just like Bill Gates said in an interview the other week in Great Britain, he said, trees are bad. Trees are terrible. They're polluting the earth. When you hear somebody say that, You know that they hate you and they want you dead. Here's another issue. Let's see. Why are they clearing trees? They want to kill all the. They're clearing all the trees because they want to buy all the land off. They don't want us to have fresh air. Trees is where our air comes from. So what they're doing is they're going to build a bunch of tiny houses. They want us living in cubicles. They're going to clear all these places off mainly to build camps for illegal aliens all over America. Had an interesting time on Facebook the other day. I told you guys about the pastor who everybody is criticizing. There's another drone straight across there. Can you see it? Yeah, that's the other drone that stays beside me the whole time. Way over there in the distance. There it is. Get a better shot of it there. But, so I'm on Facebook and these people are attacking me saying I'm grooming children and I'm this and I'm that and I'm evil and I should keep my Christian beliefs to myself and how Christians have murdered millions in the world. Christians have never murdered millions. Sorry about that. There are some evil people out there that claim to be Christians, but they're really not. So all these people that want to make all these exaggerations and arguments that have no idea. The Christian Inquisition, no, it was the Catholic Inquisition. You see the drone still with me, guys? Right there beside of me. Everywhere I go, the drone is right there. That's the same drone that was over top of the airport. It's literally about 350 feet up and about 2.5 blocks away. Yeah. And the other one's directly above me, as it always is. And of course, there's that one over there. Just, if you can see that one, it's more of a yellow light. You see it in the distance, you'll see it now. There it is. You see it right above the trees? Yeah. That's what you see about the middle of the screen. You'll see it pop out of the trees here in a second. And there it is. Yeah, there it is. See, just popped out of the trees, didn't it? So that's the other drone that leads the way. Right and left, and I said, well, and here's a question, guys. I'm going to ask you guys this. Why is it, like when you see a pro-life friend, we hate you, we want to murder our babies? Why is it always the morbidly obese dykes and lesbians that will never get pregnant anyway that want to stand up for their right to murder a baby? Why is it always women that you wouldn't expect to ever get pregnant that are raising hell wanting to kill their I checked her profile and she didn't have a picture of herself, so I can only assume. But I was like, I mentioned something like it's always the fat and ugly women that want the right to abort babies and want to groom children. It's almost always them. See, look, I took that curve on this road. It's a hard curve to the left. And look at the drone. Still right beside of me, in the same position beside me. So if it was where it was earlier, it would have been way out in front of me. And here's the plane right in front of me that always leads my way when I go. See it? Literally being followed. Always a plane following my way. Anyway, so of course, because I said that she's probably fat and ugly and couldn't reproduce, what do you think happened? YouTube kicked me off the platform and said, you're not allowed to be in your groups for the next couple weeks. So I can't attend my sale video, my sale sites, the ones I make money on. Silence me. There's like 20 different, YouTube or Facebook has like 30 different ways they can censor you and you never know it. And listen, on my Facebook page, I probably have gotten 3 likes, L-I-K-E-S. I've probably gotten 3 likes in 4 years on my Facebook page. Why? Because I'm shadow banned that bad. I noticed Absent-Minded Egg commented the other week, bless his heart. I feel so sorry for that kid. I'd love to get a hold of him and just get him straightened out. I know that inside of him, I know that Abe is probably a good guy, but he tries so hard. It's that military mentality. He's been trained. He's a natural follower, not leader. So he's trying to break out of that, and he thinks the way to break out of that slave mentality is to try to be more obnoxious than anyone else. And here's the drone again. This is the one that was beside. So his targeting is very much mild, but anyone's targeting is So from the outside looking in, your targeting is not severe as someone else perceives it to be. You know the target when they target people, etc., speaking out the truth. Yeah, they don't want me to talk. They hate it when I talk, and I mean they screwed up, dude. Eric, they let me entertain 3,400 people the other week. They let me entertain. Everybody's like, God dang, 3,000 people. They let me have that audience, and I maintained the audience for an hour. And then they let me have 2,000. Then they let me have 2,000. Let me have 1,500. So I maintained the audience that long. And then after that, boom, we're gonna cut the legs out from under. You're only allowed to talk to 50 people on every live stream. And I think that's the most I've gotten so far is like 50 to 90 people on the live stream since they've locked me down again. Guys, the time is short. I am terrified of Jesus coming back because you don't understand what that triggers. If you haven't been watching, every week in the UK, they have protest for Hamas. This is the world. Are you listening? The world is defending a terrorist group that raped, tortured, and murdered, and has the hostages left over from October 7th. The world is supporting the terrorists and hating Israel. And all these people, Israeli-Palestine argument, they think how did Jesus' grave, how did Golgotha, how did all the things in the Bible happen in Israel if Israel didn't own the land before Palestine? I mean, it's like they want to erase Israel's existence because they want to erase Israel's existence, but they don't want to say, yes, this is Israel's land. And I get it. There's a big difference. And I still can't wrap my mind around this. There are Zionists, the same ones that killed Christ, and then there are Jews. I understand that the Jews are God's people. According to the Bible, that's their people. God did a lot to save Jews, and He's still protecting them today. But I was watching a video, and it's these guys, this people, they go out and they preach. They're street preachers. It is two women who escaped Chinese rule, and they're street preaching in Israel. I had no idea how evil these Coptic Jews are. The ones that's got the black hats and the long beards and the sideburns that are curled up. They were attacking these 100-pound Chinese. You see this behind me in my car, in Tina's car? The light's just blinking. You see it? Look at it. There's a light back there just flashing. That is so bizarre. It's like they're trying to make me wreck today. See it flashing like crazy? I thought somebody was behind me flashing the light. Flashing the light. That is weird. Anyway, there's the drone still there. In times that everyone, because we're the only ones keeping Israel safe. This drone's been right beside me or directly in front of me. This is you watching it in real time. So we're going to be destroyed by Russia and China. It's coming very, very, very soon. And then Israel will be destroyed. It is terrifying, all the Bible prophecy that's coming true. Just like 7 years ago, there's an eclipse, the same kind of eclipse, and it said the eclipse came over 6 cities in the United States called Salem, and the name for Salem in Hebrew is like peace. I believe I'm remembering it right. The name for Salem was peace, and then the 6 other cities were Nineveh, and that translates to like revenge or something. I can't. They're blanking me out, but Bible prophecy coming true. And here we are just standing around like, well, I'm going to go get a new car and give me a new cell phone because life is good. Nobody's understanding what's happening. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's the drone still directly in front of me. See it? Isn't that bizarre? Isn't it weird how drones just lead the way? Weird, huh? Let me see here. You know you're over the target when they target people, especially speaking out. Tell the truth. I know, brother, I believe you. Love God, love people, treat everyone. I'm trying to. It is so hard to love evil. That is the hardest thing for me, is to love people I know. I mean, remember the verses I read you about illegal immigration. It says that you will not have the money to lend them, but they will have the money to lend you. And then it says that they will kill you. It says these invaders are going to kill us. So here the American people are, I mean, it's biblical prophecy. I mean, I can't stop God from doing what he's doing. But these people that took an oath are just sitting back like, oh, well, I'm not going to do anything. You're on your own. That is bizarre as heck to me. What am I going to do? Who am I? All these people that took an oath to the Constitution, they ain't going to do jack sprat. Nothing at all. I'm trying to find my keys here. Hold on a minute. I'll get back with you. Here we go. Let's see here. Technology can manipulate stuff. It is, brother, so hard to love evil, dude. It is. Because I can't see people being taken advantage of. I can't stand to see people being murdered. I can't stand the evil in this world, man. I mean, I sit at home and I roast it, and I'll be sitting there screaming at the TV. And Tina's like, what the heck is he so mad about? You're always so angry. I was like, well, I'm angry because I can't stand to see evil. I mean, I would be one of the first ones back in the Holocaust that would have been murdered. Because I'm trying to stop people from getting on the train and nobody's listening. It makes no sense to me why no one will wake up. Everyone is in this